as you all know, we are excited about the book behind us, The Promised Land, and also for members today to be a part of this discussion, an important discussion about an important book. So without further ado, we'll bring on our special guest today.
Hey, everybody.
Yay!
Hello.
So they had scheduled somebody else, but they couldn't make it, so I had to fill in.
Wow.
It's nice to see you guys.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
I wanted to come on here because I thought, well, let's see if we can find a way to support our outstanding African-American independent bookstores. And this was our, you know, I also just wanted to see who the brothers were who named themselves the Very Smart Brothas Book Club.
It worked.
So,
It worked. In order to be president, it seems like you have to have a tremendous sense of optimism. And it seems like you managed to maintain a tremendous sense of optimism even through all the crises and everything that happened. A lot happened during your presidency, brother. So how did you maintain that belief in like our nation's like highest ideals and goals and not fall into the cynicism that a lot of us tend to have as we watch the news, as we deal with neighbors, or in some of our cases with family members that make it hard to believe in all those ideals and goals?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. Some of it, I think, Panama, is just temperament. Part of it, I guess, has to do with the fact that I tend to take the long view on things and not the short term. And that's something I had to kind of learn to do. The trick is to be able to have that kind of long-term perspective, but still feel the urgency of now, as Dr. King wrote about. Still feel as if, yes, we made some progress, but man, what's going on now is crazy and we have to do something about it. Or what happens, you know, when you see a George Floyd or an Eric Garner, that's terrible. That should make you angry. You can't just kind of say, well, it'll take time. You have to feel pressed now and angry now or sad now, right? And trying to keep those two things in mind at the same time, I think is the biggest trick to not just being president, but just being a functioning Black person in America.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Hey, I really want to ask you about how you felt with Michelle coming down at the inauguration with her inauguration trip. But yes, I will ask you.
Yes.
I blew up Twitter.
I was just asking, I was just talking to Ramonda about this. I don't know what it is about y'all with Michelle and her belts. I asked Michelle about it at dinner the other night. I said, listen, baby, you are gorgeous. I understand completely why you are a fashion icon. But I said, was your hair different? Because it didn't look that different.
Her hair was laid. Her hair was laid.
Anyway, so I don't have an answer other than just knowing she looked good and looks better than me. I understand that.
What's your question, Valerie?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was the millennial in me. But yes, my question is, in the early part of your book, you talk about the significance of starting where you are. And oftentimes starting where you are it doesn't seem like the right place. So can you talk more about pushing away those feelings of unpreparedness and uncertainty with that comes with that starting point?
Yeah, you know, now I think that, how old are you now?
I'm 28.
Yeah, I mean, you're so young.
Yeah.
Baby.
I'm trying to remember 28. I was still, Valerie, I was still in law school in 28, right? I mean, I had when I graduated from college, I decided I want to work in the community. So I worked for 5 years before I went back to law school. So I was in my second year of law school when I was 28 years old. I mean, it seems like I was a baby. I was just starting. I did not expect to have everything figured out at that point. And I think that, what I've noticed with your generation, Valerie, is I think partly because of the internet and social media, partly because the sense of economic pressure, there's just this constant pressure you guys put on yourselves that if y'all don't have it figured out by 30, that somehow, you're doomed. So first point is you're right where you need to be at 28. I mean, I'm not getting all in your business about what you're doing exactly, but 28, you're still, the world's still opening up. You still got a bunch of living to do before you even have to lock in on any particular choice of where you need to be. So having some patience with yourself, I think, is important. I had a clear sense of what I thought was important by the time I was your age. What moves you? What's important to you? What are you passionate about? Because if you know what that is, then you'll find a way. You'll figure it out.
The part that really seems to resonate with me from the book is when you talked about the line you said, "Magic beings, baby." Because you think that's what it is, but it's about all the work you do behind it. And I think that's what really kind of sets this book apart. It is about the promised land, but it's about the work that you do behind it, and you make it feel so human. So we just want to thank you so much for stopping by for our book club, and we really appreciate it.
But we very much feel invested in all of your success, and I'll look forward to stopping by Mahogany in person sometime in the future.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Love y'all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
That was our conversation of Promised Land. We really appreciate everybody. Thank you so much.